This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm joined all the way from Vegas on Zoom, Mr. Michael Hunter, the Bounty. Michael, how's things for you?
Good, good. Can't complain. Enjoying the fruits of my labor.
You went viral not so long ago, all over social media. We all saw it here in the UK, that huge knockout of Mike Wilson. What a way to get back in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was picture perfect. I said it before the interview, before the fight, that I was gonna have to win in spectacular fashion, and win in a very exciting way. And I think that I did that.
How important do you think that was to make that sort of statement win by knockout, given sort of the time you had out the ring, the delay, and to make a statement in this packed division?
It was pivotal, man. It was very good for me because I hit all the checks. I felt like I had to entertain and throw some extra pizzazz on it because of the Triller situation, being on Triller, and the way they throw their shows. And, then being at the Garden, being, with all the New York fans there, I felt like I had to do a little something extra. And, for Triller, for the fans, for boxing, as a whole, that was the most love I've gotten from my American side. So I think it's all gravy.
So what's the situation? Sorry, what's the situation now with you? Are you back in the gym training, ready to go again?
Yeah, actually, I was just about to walk in the gym. I'm just right down the street right here. Just shake out. I'm just shaking out, just making sure I'm in here, and just staying consistent. That's the best thing.
You're in a great position in the division, top 6 rankings in I think 3 of the 4 organizations. What are you sort of looking at to finish off the year?
I want to fight one more time this year, and go out and take the year with a spectacular fashion. It's very similar to what I just did, and I think that it's just going to be, it's my situation is going to be screaming for world titles. So hopefully in 2022, we can start pulling these guys' teeth, whatever we got to do to start getting the right fights out there. But I think that I got the right plan. I got the right, the right situation right now to be my best and to do my perform at my best. So that's all I've ever asked for and all I needed. The rest is on my part to be in the gym and to continue to train and do my due diligence in my craft.
I think a lot of people remember that draw you had with Alexander Povetkin back in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people felt you won the fight. Is that the type of level you wanna compete against at the end of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it would have been a good opportunity for me to continue to fight like that after the first Povetkin fight, but things change with time and stuff like that, and the industry and the business is always moving. But I would like to be, never fighting anybody, below that in that little tier. So I feel like I could get rid of those guys and fight them all, or a group of them back to back. So, but we'll see. I know that I'm definitely going to be pressing for a fight with all my energy, as far as even my position and my rankings, me fighting, me knocking people out, and having exciting shows. So I think that that's going to be one of the big keys for me, is to keep knocking these guys out and keep knocking on the door to the heavyweight title, some form or fashion.
You said sort of you enjoyed, your experience with Triller and fighting in front of the New York fan. Is that the plan to fight on Triller next, or could it be on any sort of platform?
No. It would definitely be on Triller. I don't see me fighting nowhere else at this point, unless I get my own show get rocking. But no, right now it's gonna be on Triller. Not we don't. I'm pretty sure I'll be hearing a little bit more details either today or the next couple of days about when, where, who, what, and what kind of plans we got, and we'll go from there.
What is it about Triller that attracts you to them so much at the moment?
Well, one that they're doing new things. They got you seen the Triller the last show. They sold out in 15 minutes. They have record breaking numbers right now. They're doing all sorts of different things that are a little bit new to boxing. Um, well, I guess maybe the style that they're doing it in is a little new. So it's bringing a lot of different eyes, which is very attracting. A lot of new faces, and I get to be a part of that. A lot of the boxing people, they know who I am, but this is like a popularity game. So I think that Triller is a perfect fit for me.
Mm. So I guess it's an opportunity to boost your profile and gain as much following as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. um, like I said, I just had a big fight, big showing at that last fight. All of New York was there. If they wasn't inside, they was outside. So it was live. I hope they do that again. I would love to go back to Madison Square and show up and show out. I think that was a beautiful venue and a beautiful night for me and New York fans. So
Just want to put a few names to you, Michael. Obviously, you've long been linked with a fight with Dillian Whyte. Eddie Hearn has said sort of various American names like Charles Martin, Chris Arreola, Jermaine Franklin, but your name hasn't been mentioned. Have you had any discussions with Eddie and Dillian's teams?
no. I know that they'll never fight me. I won't say they're scared, but I smell chicken. uh, and yeah, I think that that's just how you know the cookie crumbles. They wanted me to fight Hrgovic, but we know that Eddie Hearn's not really fully promoting Hrgovic, so that was an easy one for him to try to make for the cheapest price or whatnot. But when it comes to his fighters, I'll be the last person to fight his fighters. I could have fought them at any point. So um, I just think that they're gonna stay away from me, and Dillian's team will stay away. And I just don't think that they want the smoke. I think that if they keep coming around, the United States, trying to get opponents. I think that the fans are gonna keep pressing them for me to fight him. I think that he got to be very careful on which uh, his steps in here in America. I think that he can't just come to America thinking that he could just fight any old body without my name being mentioned. Um, you know, every interview I get asked about Dillian Whyte, and I've been, trolling him for quite some time, and I feel like my fans have been trolling him for quite some time. And I think that he has to be very careful if he's trying to make a American debut to lay his feet on this land and without reconciling with the bounty hunter. You feel me? So there might be a bounty on his head real soon, a real price. There's already a bounty out. It just ain't had no price tag on it. So
I mean, what do you have to do to get that fight, do you think?
Lose an arm. I think that, and I still think he not might not take it.
Um, Filip Hrgovic, you mentioned him. Is that a fight you'd revisit, you'd reconsider if possible, if it came up?
Yeah, yeah. In order to make these fights right, especially when you get in that top 10, them top 10 rankings, it's all about the bag right now. So um, if the fight is already right, the fans want it. I want it. I don't have no problems taking that fight. Uh, there's even more of an incentive for me to want this fight now because of the little debacle we had. So I would definitely it would most likely be definitely revisited, but hopefully there'll be it's got to be all lined up. The business, the fight part is right, but now we just got to get the business and the numbers right. Um, they've tried some dirty stuff prior during the whole purse bid situation, and they lost out on a good fight. And all I was asking for was a fair shake and not being dirty. So they didn't really want that fight to happen. People think it was me that really pulled out, but it was really them that pulled out, and they're the ones that did all the extra stuff to not make the fight happen. I'm the one that was pressing for the fight, so we'll see. Hopefully, Sarlin and them, they get their stuff together, and I could take their fighter out
When you look at
on
your
a
social
date.
when you look at your social media, I often see you on Twitter, and a lot of people often asking you about fights. What's the one name that people always ask you to fight?
Dillian Whyte. They love Dillian Whyte. My fans love Dillian Whyte. They think that's a great fight for me. Um, I think that's a great fight for me. Uh, but Dillian is he's got his shades on, his hater blockers on. he doesn't want no part of it, which I respect it. Um, I can't do nothing but respect it. Only thing that I wish he would just come out and say that I'm the best, and then I'd probably leave him alone from there. So all I need him to hear is to say that Michael Hunter is the best heavyweight out there, and I will never get in the ring with him.
That said, do you believe he deserves this long-awaited WBC world title shot?
No, not necessarily. Um, there's yeah, I don't necessarily think so. I think that like we all know, it's a business, and yeah, I think that it just goes how it goes. He got in the position, fast or whatnot, or however he got there. But sometimes it takes a little bit more to get in there. So I can't really say that. He
Okay,
hasn't fought any and everybody. He hasn't defended. It's not like he's defended his position. They put they put him in there and he lost. You know what I'm saying? And they put him in there with an eliminator and he lost. And then he got I never seen how you get a rematch off an eliminator. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that I don't think that he really deserves it in that when we talk about it like that.
another Olympic teammate of yours, Errol Spence, unfortunately had to pull out of the Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm sure you're as gutted as everyone else for him.
Yeah, yeah, bad for boxing, man. That was a little pulled out a little thorn. Yeah, man, I think it sucks. I think we that wasn't the. I heard somebody talking about that that he wasn't doing too well in sparring. But when you're talking about sparring, where people are practicing certain things, people only practicing one hands or the jabs or blocks, or not slipping, just keeping your hands up or holding the guard. So it's very hard to tell in sparring, especially if you don't have the whole video. But his eye, he obviously, you know, had some type of issue with sparring, because I don't think that, you know, he had that. It wasn't the car accident that got it. So it was,
Mhm.
you know, he already obviously had some type of issue, and it really sucks because you know, that was a good one for boxing. Period. You know, all the boxing was going to be watching that night, and you know, it just sucks that we don't really get to enjoy that that night.
Before we finish the interview, Michael, I wanted to mention someone you know well. I've spoken to him before, Hasim Rahman Jr. He says you're one of the best guys he's ever sparred in Vegas. Just talk to me about him and you know how long you go back.
Man, that's my little brother. It's not like my little brother. It is my little brother. We've been boxing since, you know, since I started right here in Vegas. You know, he been boxing around the same time, and we've always looked out for each other. We've always went to tournaments together. We've always, you know, went in different weight classes. You know, like we were actual real brothers, and that's because we are. You know, so that's my fam. Shout out to Junior, The Rock, and yeah, man. I wish nothing but success for my man. Um, you know, I feel like he needs to get out there a little more, fight. But you know, it's all in God's timing. So
Michael Hunter, really appreciate you coming on, talking to pro boxing fans. Been a pleasure, and hopefully we'll speak again when you get some fight news.
hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Any
Beautiful interview,
message to
man.
the UK fans?
Man, tell Dillian Whyte that I'm looking for him. It's a bounty on his head.
Appreciate it, Michael. Take care.
Thank you.
Top man.